Hey everyone, hope you're all well and having a lovely day, a lovely week so far. Hopefully now you're on your yoga mat, it's about to get even better. So if we haven't met before, then welcome. I am Amy, I will be your teacher for this class. And if you're one of those lovely people who is here all the time, then welcome back. This is going to be one of my classic styles of class, a little bit strong, a little bit stretchy, spicy, fun, funky, creative Vinyasa flow. If that sounds like something that you're up for, come and meet me on your mat. If you do make it to the end of this class and you enjoy it, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you thought, leave any requests for future classes, any future themes, anything else that's on your mind. Give it a thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed it, and I would be super grateful if you could subscribe so that hopefully we can be on our mats together again very soon. We will start today in a child's pose, so once you're ready, meet me there. Any variation of child's pose here is welcome, whatever your favourite is, or whichever variation is calling to you most today. It might be different from the last time you landed in a child's pose. And as always, welcome to settle in here by exploring some movements, having a little sway from side to side through the hips, giving the shoulders a little bit of movement, maybe rolling the forehead from side to side. Using that movement to help you connect to the physical sensations that are present in your body today. And as you connect to those sensations, using them to give your mind something to focus on, something to hold on to, something that keeps your mind in the present moment. So just starting to gently guide your awareness and your focus into the here and the now. Letting go of whatever you were doing before this class, whatever you've got lined up afterwards. Really committing yourself to this time to be present with your body and with your breath, to find movement, to find stillness, to be at one with your breath and with whatever arises for you over the course of this class. As you hold here in child's pose, can you think about sending a little bit more tension out of your body as you release each exhale? Letting yourself be held and supported by the mat beneath you, softening and sinking into the earth. Letting the hips be heavy, letting the shoulders be soft. Noticing the rise and the fall of your body with each breath. Noticing how the breath brings movement, energy, vitality, even as you hold here in stillness. Final few moments here before we start to move. Really establishing that connection now to body and breath so that you can carry that connection as we start to move through this practice. Extend the arms forward if they're not already. Really press into the hands. Push the shoulders and the chest down towards the mat. Push the hips back. Keep the left hand grounded. Open the right arm up and back behind you, finding a twist in your child's pose. Exhale, place the right hand back down. Inhale, twist and open out to the left. Exhale back through center. A few more. Inhale to the right. Exhale, release. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, open to the right and pause, really rolling the shoulder open. Press into that left hand, send some energy through the right fingertips. Wrap your right arm behind your back, reaching it towards your left hip. Maybe it reaches the inner thigh. Roll the shoulder open even more. Keep the bind. Roll yourself up to sit. Place your left hand on your right knee. Find a seated twist. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine even taller. Exhale, spin the chest into the twist even further. Keep the right hand behind the back, but spin to face forward and bring the left hand to interlace with the right hand. So the fist is tucked to the outside of your left hip. Let the left ear drop towards the left shoulder. Pull the right shoulder down. Breathe into that stretch down the side of your neck. Keep the bind, neutralize through the neck, and bring the hands just behind your back. Maybe the fists touch the floor. Push the heart forward. Pull the shoulders down and back. Fold down over the legs. Let the arms drop up and overhead. Maybe the crown of the head taps the floor. Roll the spine back upright. Keep the bind. Lift the hips away from the heels so that you can tuck under all 10 toes. Then can you lift the knees, maybe without using the hands, maybe falling along the way, finding a toe balance. Working to stack the shoulders above the wrists here, gazing straight out in front of you. Roll the soles of the feet onto the floor. Keep the knees bent, find a chair pose. Hips low, chest open. Look down, check that you can see your big toes. Big inhale here. Straighten the knees, forward fold with the bind as you exhale, letting the fists drop up and overhead. Bend the left knee, tap the left shoulder to the knee. Bring it back through center, take it over to the other side. Keep it going a few more times. Let's do one more each way. Now inhale, come all the way up to standing. Keep this bind for one more moment. Draw the fist down, push the chest up. Release the bind, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Catch the left wrist with the right fingertips. Take a big side bend over to the right. Inhale through center, switch, catch the right wrist. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, walk it forwards into a high plank. Then walk the hands back to meet the feet, find your forward fold. Walk it forwards, high plank, keep the core engaged the whole time. Walk it back to your fold. Let's do that a few more times. See if you can keep the hips level as you walk, so resisting that tendency for them to swing from side to side. Next time you're in a high plank, let's pause and meet there. Big breath in. Back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Bend through the knees, have a little pedal, a little sway, a little shimmy. Inhale, wave it forwards, high plank. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, roll onto the left hand, lift the right hand up, feet are staggered here, so you're on inside edge of the right foot, outside edge of the left foot. Place the right hand back down, roll it over to the other side, lift the left hand. Down through plank, roll open to the left, through center, open up the left hand. One more time, left hand down, right arm up and pause. Reach your right arm towards the front of the room. Can you lift your left foot, so your back left foot, squeeze the left heel in towards the glutes. Reach the right hand behind the back and maybe you can catch hold of your left foot, throwing you into some spice here. Can you keep the clasp on the left foot? Square the right shoulder down, square the hip so you come into a bound three-legged dog. You can keep the right foot at an angle here. Then spin it back open into this bound side plank. Let's do that a few more times. Spin it up, kick the left knee up and open. Spin it sideways, funky side plank. Let's do one more time, push it back. Three-legged dog variation. Bring it sideways, Vashisthasana, pause. Keep the left leg exactly the same, but release the grip. Reach the right arm to the front of the room. Squeeze the left knee into the chest, then extend the left leg towards the top right corner of the mat. Kick it as far as you can. Fallen triangle. Inhale here. Exhale, point the right toes to the back of the mat and bend into your right knee. Inhale, straighten the knee, lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, bend, press the hips back. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place the right hand down at the top of the mat. Kick your left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip, flip into a floating wild thing. So lowering the left toes down to hover just an inch above the mat. Lower the left hand down, kick the left leg through into a floating falling triangle, kicking the left toes out to the side. Place the right hand down, lift the left hand, spin, floating wild thing. Left hand down, left leg kicks through, floating falling triangle. One more time into floaty wild thing. One more time into your floaty fallen triangle. This time, place the right hand down, draw the left knee into the chest, step the foot through, lower the back knee down, find your low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, half split. Inhale, wave it forwards. Exhale, straighten, send it back. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale forwards into your lunge. Stay for the exhale. Ground through the right hand, reach the left arm forwards, up and back. Find a nice open twist. Exhale, reach the left arm forward, tap off the front of the mat. Inhale, rainbow it back. Exhale, reach it forward. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. This time let's reach the arm forwards, up and back, and then wrap it behind the back, finding a half bind. Spinning the chest and the shoulders open, looking towards the left-hand side. Keep the bind behind the back, lift your right hand, reach your right arm up and over towards the back of the room, revolved, reversed, low lunge. Keep everything else the same. Straighten your front left leg, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, engaging your core to hold yourself in this shape. Now can you lower your left hand onto your right heel, lean back, push the hips forwards, push the heart up, take a big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Keep the legs the same. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Look forwards. Now can you lift your left heel away from the mat? Tap it back down. Let's do that a few more times. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Maybe getting a little higher each time. Last two. Last one. Lift, pause, keep it lifted. Step the left knee next to the right knee, kneeling on both shins. Big breath in. Big breath out, hands either onto the lower back or onto the heels, maybe tucking under the toes to raise the heels higher. Finding whatever variation of camel pose you feel ready for in this moment. Stay here or add on by reaching the right fingertips to the front of the room. Place the hand back on the heel. Reach the left arm forward. Place the hand back down. Maybe reach both arms forward. Then come all the way back upright. Place the hands on the mat, tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look forwards. Exhale, press the floor away, chin to chest, round the spine. A few more like that. Inhale, expand and open. Exhale, release the breath round the spine. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Bring the knees wide, toes to touch, hips to heels. Find your child's pose once again. A little moment of integration here, a moment of observation, appreciation for whatever it is that has shifted and changed and evolved since the start of this class, where you've brought awareness, space, warmth, energy into your body, into your breath, into your mind. Once again, extend both arms forwards if they're not already. Open the left arm out behind you this time. Find that twist. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale, rainbow the right arm open. Exhale, sweep it back down. A few more times. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, release. Last time to the left and pause. Maybe look back at that hand. Press, press, press into your right hand to spin yourself even further into the twist. Wrap the left arm behind the back towards right hip, inner thigh, wherever it reaches. Half bind. Keep the half bind. Slide your way up to seated. Place right hand on left knee. Seated twist. Inhale, find lift, find length. Exhale, twist, find your depth. Keep the left hand behind the back, spin to face forward, interlace the hands, maybe find the opposite interlace from what you usually do. Right ear to right shoulder. Let the left shoulder be heavy, dropping down, breathing into that stretch in the neck. Keep the bind, but neutralize the neck. Bring the hands behind the back. Maybe they touch the floor as you roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the palms of the hands together as well. Then maybe fold down over the thighs. Let the arms drop up and overhead. Roll your way back upright, lift the hips just enough that you can tuck under the toes, then sit back down on the heels. Maybe one knee at a time or both at once. You can find your way into your toe balance, embracing all of the wobbles along the way. This time for even more of a challenge, maybe play around with closing your eyes for a second or two. Noticing how that shifts all of your awareness into your feet as you have to rely on that proprioceptive feedback from your body rather than the visual feedback from your eyes. If the eyes are closed, let's open them. Drop the feet to the floor, lift the hips up just enough that you land in a chair pose, keeping the knees bent. Hips drop down low, chest lifting up high. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Now this time, maybe let's lift the heels away from the mat, finding a tiptoe chair, coming as high as you can onto your tiptoes. Then melt the heels back down to the floor. One more big breath in. Release into a forward fold as you release your breath out. Again, take a few breaths to have a little bend into each knee, dip the shoulders in to meet the knees. Keep the bind, roll all the way up to standing. Let the fists drop down behind the back. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Side bend over to the left, catch the right wrist, breathe out. Inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, walk it forward, high plank. Walk it back into your fold. Take it back forwards. Walk it back. Let's do one more time. Walk it forwards and pause. Take a big breath in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Again, a few moments to move, to breathe, to pedal. Inhale, wave it forward, high plank. Stay for the exhale. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lift the left hand up, roll it open. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, open to the other side. Exhale, down through center. Keep it going. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift right. Exhale, plant the hand. Last time, open to the left and pause. Reach your left arm towards the front of the room. Lift your right foot, squeeze the heel into the hips. Reach the left hand behind the back. Maybe you can catch hold of the foot. Maybe you can keep hold of the foot as you spin up and open into a three-legged dog with the bind on the foot. Again, the left toes can be angled out to the side. Then open the chest out to the left. Find this side plank variation. A few more times. Kick the knee up and back. Square the shoulders. Look back. Bring the knee to hover. Open the chest. Look to the side. Let's do one more time. Down dog variation. Side plank variation, pause. Keep the bottom leg the same, but release the grip. Reach the left arm forwards. Kick your right leg as far as you can towards the top left corner of the mat. A nice lengthy fallen triangle. Turn your left toes to point towards the back of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the left knee, push the hips back. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, bend and deepen. One more, big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, place the left hand down. Kick the right leg all the way up into your three-legged dog. Flip it open into a floating wild thing, right toes hovering above the mat. Place the right hand down, kick the right leg through, lift the left hand, floating fallen triangle. A few more like that. Left hand down, right toes spin open to hover. Right hand down, left arm up, don't mind my squeaky mat. Kick the right leg through to hover. Let's do one more of each. Floating wild thing. Floating fallen triangle. Now place the left hand down, draw the right knee into the chest. Step the foot through, soften the left knee down, low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg, send the hips back. Inhale, lunge it forwards. Exhale, straighten, send it back. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale forwards. Stay for the exhale. Plant the left hand, reach the right arm forwards, up and back, make a big rainbow with the arm. Exhale, reach it forward, tap as far forward as you can. Inhale, rainbow back. Exhale, sweep it forward. Last time, rainbow it back and pause. Wrap the arm behind the back, tucking it towards left hip or thigh. Spiral your chest open. Keep gazing towards the right as you lift your left hand and reach it up and over by the ear. Low lunge twist. Keep the upper body the same as you straighten your front right leg, pointing the right toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe lower the right hand onto your back left heel. Hips forward, heart upward, big breath in. Big breath out. Legs stay the same. Inhale, look forward, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Stay for the exhale. Maybe hands free, you can lift your right heel away from the mat. Lower back down. Let's do 4 more times. Lift, lower, take it up, take it down. 2 more times. Find the fun in all those wobbles. Last time, can you lift and keep it lifted for just an extra moment? Then step the right knee next to the left knee, kneeling on the shins. Big inhale. Ustrasana, camel pose, whichever variation as you exhale. Wherever the hands land, wherever feels best is perfect. Maybe play with reaching left arm forwards. Placing it back down, reaching right arm forwards, placing it back down, maybe reaching both arms forwards, then come all the way upright, hands under shoulders, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose, exhale, cat. A few more on your own. Movement with breath, movement with intuition and feeling. Maybe take things in a different direction. Now tuck under your toes, wave the hips high, find your downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit closer towards the hands, so you're kind of halfway between a downward dog and a forward fold. You can bring the big toes to touch here. Let's inhale, bend knees deeply, press the chest back towards the thighs. Exhale, take a little bunny hop, and then land back down. Let's do 9 more like that. Maybe you catch the balance in a little tuck handstand. Are you wishing that I'd said 5? Because here's 5, we're halfway through. Try trying to land delicately. 3 more. Last 2. One more time. And then can you land in a forward fold at the top of the mat? Nearly had a little crash landing there. But I will not edit that footage out. I'll keep it in because yoga teachers are human as well. Using this fold as an opportunity to catch up with your breath. Noticing the after effects of that movement. Can you feel your heart beating? Can you feel the blood flowing through your body? The deepening of your breath, the heat, the energy that you've just unlocked. Let's inhale, find a nice flat back, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, find a deep forward fold. 2 more times, inhale, find space. Exhale, find softness. 1 more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips low, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink down even lower as you exhale. Inhale, open the right arm out behind you, find an open twist. Exhale, reach the arm all the way back up. 2 more to the same side. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach up. Last time, inhale, open and pause. Can you lift your left heel and the foot and squeeze the heel in towards the glutes? Take a big step back with your left foot, landing in an open twisted crescent. Wrap your right arm behind your back, find that half bind. Sweep your left arm by your ear. Now, option to stay here, option to straighten your front leg, then play around with bending your back leg. Maybe you can bring that back left knee towards a 90-degree angle, just hovering above the floor. Maybe you can lower your right hand onto your left ankle, heel, calf, wherever it lands. Now straighten both legs as you place the left hand down at the top of the mat. Open the right arm up to the ceiling, revolved pyramid. So the left heel is still lifted from the mat, it's not on the mat. Bring right piece, fingers and thumb to catch hold of the right big toe. Roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. Bring your right foot with you. Find this funky side Vinyasa. Now, can you keep the right leg straight as you deliver it all the way back into your pyramid variation? Reach the arm all the way back up once again. Step onto your right foot, lift your left leg, revolved half moon, Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left knee, catch hold of the left foot with the right hand. It's giving the same vibes as that down dog side plank variation we were in earlier. Keep hold of the foot. Come up to stand, lift your left hand, finding a revolved dancer. You definitely won't get as far as you would in a regular dancer. Just kick and lift as high as you can. Let go of the left leg, but keep it lifted. Reach both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands free, Jiva squat. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, hands to heart center, bend and tap with the knees. One more time, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend, lower tap. Can you even tap the right ankle with the left knee? Then drop the left knee behind the right ankle, come to sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana, making any adjustments that you need to so that you're in place on your mat. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Give the right knee a nice little hug. Maybe play with the half bind here. Maybe play with the full bind here. Bringing right arm behind the back, tucking the left arm underneath the right knee. If you've got the bind, unwind, face forward. Let the right heel slide up towards the left hip, finding Gomukhasana legs. Let's add the arms, left elbow up, right elbow down. Maybe the fingertips meet and clasp and you pull the left elbow up, pull the right elbow down. Then maybe with the bind or maybe letting it go as you forward fold down over both legs, full Gomukhasana, folding any amount that feels good. Now, option to stay folded down for a few more breaths, or if you want to add on a little arm balance opportunity here, lift yourself up, keeping the legs as they are. Place the hands to the right hand side, to the outside of your right thigh. You might need to tuck onto the right toes so that you can lift the hips up slightly. Bring the outside of the right thigh onto the backs of the arms. Lift the legs for a funky leg. I've forgotten its name, Ekapada Kudinyasana, or it's kind of like a side crow as well. But let's extend both legs so that we are in Ekapada Kudinyasana. Bend the legs once again, bring them back into this cow face leg variation. Sit yourself all the way back down into Gomukhasana. Catch the edges of the feet with the hands. Lean back into the hips, lift and extend the legs so that you're crossed over at the ankles. Roll the shoulders down and back, push the chest up and forwards. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let go of the feet, keep them lifted. Lower the legs down to hover, lower the chest to hover. Come back upright. 4 more times. Lower. Lift. Can you keep the legs straight for 3? Back up for 2. Lift it high. 1 more time. Bring it up, cross the ankles, plant the hands. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Pause and pedal and breathe. Maybe find stillness if that feels best. Now once again, walk the feet in a few footsteps to find a shorter downward dog, big toes touch. 10 more bunny hops. Know that you are totally welcome to skip them. Find a child's pose or stay in down dog, meet us in your fold. If you're joining in, let's go. Exhaling when you push up. Maybe catching and holding the balance. I'm on 5. 3 more. Last 2. Make these your most bouncy bunnies yet. Eventually, let's meet in a fold. Take a few big deep breaths. Again, use those sensations to bring your mind into the present. The feeling of your heart beating, the feeling of your breath, maybe a little bit of sweat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more, big inhale. Big exhale. 1 more time, inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold and deepen. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, settle and sink in. Inhale, twist open to the left. Exhale, reach both arms up. 2 more, same side. Inhale, open, twist. Exhale, reach. Last time, inhale, twist open and pause. Lift the right foot, squeeze the heel in towards the glutes. Big step back, twisted high crescent lunge. Wrap the left arm behind the back, find this half bind. Reach the right arm by the ear. Stay here or straighten the front leg. Maybe you can bend into the back knee, so it's at a 90-degree angle, hovering above the mat, lifting your right heel high on your right tiptoes. Maybe the left hand lowers towards the right heel, calf, thigh or ankle, wherever it lands. Straighten both legs, lower the right hand down, open the left arm up. Parivrita, Pasvakonasana, revolved pyramid pose. Pasvottanasana, not Pasvakonasana. Pasvakonasana is side angle, Pasvottanasana is pyramid, if I'm correct. Let me know in the comments if I'm not. Then let's find that side plank variation. Left piece, fingers and thumb, meet the left big toe. Roll onto the outside of your right foot. Maybe lift your left foot up with you. Really press into the index finger and thumb of your right hand for stability. Maybe the leg can stay straight as you deliver it back into your pyramid pose. Ignore my squeaky mat once again. Step onto the left foot, lift the right leg, revolved half moon. Bend the right knee, catch the right foot with the left hand. Keep hold of the foot, come all the way up to stand. Reach the right arm by the ear. Maybe you find some kick and lift any amount through your right leg. Let go of your right leg, keep it lifted, keep it bent. Inhale here, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands-free Jiva squat. 2 more, inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, lower and bend. 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out, take it down and pause. Maybe the right knee even taps the left ankle. Then drop the knee down, sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana, make any readjustments so that you're comfortable through your legs. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, give the knee a little hug. Maybe play with the bind if you enjoyed it on the other side. Right arm under the left knee, left arm behind the back. Spiral back to face forward. Left knee stacks above the right knee, Gomukhasana legs. Again, any adjustments, whether big or small, so that you can settle in here. Right elbow up, left elbow down, maybe clasp the fingertips, Pull the right elbow up, pull the left elbow down, push chest forwards. You can keep the bind or let it go as you forward fold down over the legs. Personally, I prefer to fold without it, but if you like to keep it, be my guest. Stay there for a few more breaths, or find your way up, plant your hands over to the left, outside of your left thigh. Lift the hips up, maybe come onto your left tiptoes to give you a bit more leverage to place the left thigh on the backs of the arms. Keep the knees wrapped to begin with for a funky side crow. Then extend the legs, Ekapada Kudinyasana. Bend both knees back in, Gomukhasana legs. Sit yourself back down, Gomukhasana. Catch the feet with the hands. Lean yourself back, lift the feet, cross over at the ankles. Chest forward, shoulders back, heart open. Keep the ankles crossed, release the grip. Lower down to hover. Legs stay straight, come back up. 4 more times. Lower, keep pressing the lower back down. And lift. Let's do 3. Bring it up. Last 2. Up high. 1 more time. Wobbly voice. Bring it back up. Cross ankles, plant hands. Vinyasa. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Lower the knees down onto the floor. Tuck under the toes. Sit on the heels, maybe using the hands to make sure that all of the toes are in contact with the mat. Close the eyes, lengthen the spine, maybe rock forwards, backwards, side to side, bringing that stretch into each individual toe. Let's release from that, untuck the toes, come to sit down on the heels now, either with the hands on the mat or hands at heart center. Let's lean back, lift the knees any amount to stretch through the tops of the feet, the front of the shins. Roll the shins back down onto the floor. Keep the left leg as it is. Step the right foot next to your left thigh. So the right toes are about in line with your left knee. Then just lean the weight forwards into that right thigh. You might feel a stretch down the back of your right calf. So really press the right heel into the floor as you push your right knee down and away from you. You can even use the hands to push into that knee, using the weight of the upper body to deepen that stretch. Bring it back up, tuck the right heel under the right hip, step the left foot next to the right thigh, and again, grounding through the left heel, pushing the left knee forwards and down. Come back up, step the left heel under the hip, bring the hands into fists, place those fists on the floor beside your knees, then can you lift the shins to hover? Tap them back down. Let's do that a few more times. Lift and hover. Might have a little swing around from side to side, forwards and backwards as you're there. Let's do one more time. Lift. Then can you swing the legs through and find yourself in a seat. Shimmy forwards towards the top of the mat. Reach the arms forwards, roll the shoulders back. Then let's lower all the way down onto the mat. Step the feet in so they're right in front of your hips. You might be able to tickle the heels with the fingertips. Inhale, roll your way up, bridge pose. Exhale, melt back down. A few more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Lift and pause at the top. Maybe interlace the hands beneath the lower back. Wiggle the shoulder blades in. And then maybe you can push the hips and the heart up even higher. Unravel, release from your bridge pose. Then welcome to just stay chilling out here for a few more breaths. Welcome to go up for another round of bridge, or if you feel like you fancy a wheel pose, we've done a good amount of back bending in this class, so you should be ready for it if you would like to do it. So if you're joining for wheel, hands plant in front of the shoulders, fingertips point towards the heels. Maybe press up via the head or all the way up in one go. Maybe play around with straightening the legs. Maybe pressing into the hands, pressing into the feet, squeezing the glutes to lift the hips up. Maybe even come down for a forearm wheel here if you fancy it. Coming down onto both forearms, one at a time. Then wherever you're at, lower down slowly and carefully, staying mindful as you move from one shape into the next. Step your feet as wide as the mat, let the knees rest into center, just let the spine find neutral for a moment. Find a little windshield wipe through the legs, giving the lower back a little bit of a massage. Then the next time the knees drift over to one side, pause, let them rest there. If you've got a favourite variation of a supine twist, always welcome to switch it up, find something different here if you feel like it. Unravel, reset through center, let the knees drift to the other side. Again, any variations, whatever is calling at this moment. Unravel through center, give the knees one this little squeeze into your chest. Then any final movements along the way as you arrive in your shavasana. So if there's any final shapes or stretches that you need so that you can eventually settle into stillness, please take those now, take what you need. And eventually arriving in a still place. We'll be here for just a few minutes together. If you're really tempted to end the class now, I would encourage you to just hang around for a little bit longer. You saw the duration of this class, you committed yourself to the time that it would take to reach the end, so let's just enjoy these final few minutes to give our minds and our bodies and our breath the opportunity to reset, to return to balance, to equilibrium, maybe into a peaceful state that we can carry away with us into the rest of our day when we leave our mats. And if you feel that your mind is wandering or is busy and filled with thoughts, you can give it something to hold on to, something that keeps it present, whether that's movement of breath, feelings within your body, the feeling of the mat beneath you. Finding something that functions as an anchor that grounds you into the here and the now. If you would like to stay in shavasana for longer, please do. That is always encouraged. If you are ready to move on, let's bring some energy back in by inviting in a really big deep breath. Maybe sigh out through the mouth. Start to invite movement back in, letting that energy ripple throughout your body. Finding a big stretch, any movement that feels good. And take as much time as you need along the way to find yourself back to a comfortable seat, your version of a comfortable seat. Moving slowly and mindfully as always, no need to rush. Let's finish our practice together with a moment of gratitude. Grateful to yourself for showing up to this practice. Grateful for your body for the things that it is capable of. Grateful for your mind for taking on the challenges in this class with persistence, determination, equanimity. Grateful for the space that you have to practice in, the time that you have to practice in. Anything else from your day, week, or life that you want to reflect on that you feel grateful for, now is your time. For the rest of your day, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope you speak peaceful words, and I hope you feel peace in your heart. As always, thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me. So glad to have you with me. I really hope you had a lot of fun, and I would love if you could let me know in the comments what you thought, anything that was challenging, anything that you particularly enjoyed, anything that you've learned that you want to work on in future classes. It's always good to hear feedback. Like I said as well, requests are always welcome. Anything you feel like saying. I will stop talking now. I will let you get on with your day, which is hopefully going to be fabulous, and I hope I will see you again soon.